This program is made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Just one day after filing for bankruptcy, General Motors is already selling assets. GM said today it has a tentative deal to sell Hummer to Sichuan Tengzhong. It's a Chinese maker of heavy equipment with ambitions of becoming a major automaker. Meanwhile, GM's future hinges on vehicle sales, and the latest numbers released today are still grim. Year over year, GM sales fell 30% in May. At Ford, sales were down 24%. Chrysler off 47%, and Toyota sales plunged 41%, but all showed month-to-month improvements.
Tomorrow, the heads of General Motors and Chrysler will testify on Capitol Hill. They'll take questions from senators about plans to close hundreds of U.S. dealerships and the impact of those closures. We head to a South Florida dealership that's fighting to stay alive even as next week's deadline to close its doors approaches. Jeff Yasteen reports.
Tamiami Chrysler Jeep has stood on this busy section of Miami's Southwest 8th Street for 20 years. With annual revenues of more than $60 million, the business has long been one of Chrysler's top 100 national dealers. So the rejection notice from Chrysler was a shock for Alex Planas and his father, Carlos.
Being the child of Cuban immigrants, you have to sit back and wonder and look at things, wow, is this how it feels for someone to take away your business? I mean, that shouldn't happen here in the United States.
So the Planas family went on the offensive, taking out full-page newspaper ads asking the public for support. The dealership says it met all of Chrysler's criteria to remain open. So why is it on the termination list?
We only sell Chrysler Jeep Dodge. We've averaged in some years over 1,500 units a year, and we sell more new than used. I mean, this is all we really know. We don't have anything else to rely on. We don't have any other franchise. We don't sell more used. What we know here is Chrysler.
But Chrysler, it seems, doesn't want to know them anymore. Franchise law expert Robert Zarco says dealers can appeal the termination in bankruptcy court.
Every dealer has the opportunity to object individually to being part of the group that is going to be terminated because their particular circumstances may be such they do not fall within the criteria that was used by Chrysler to identify the locations that were going to be terminated.
And the Planas are appealing. Their case will be heard tomorrow in New York. State franchise laws might also help the family. Those laws could force Chrysler to buy back inventories of cars, parts, and specialized equipment, an expensive proposition for the automaker. Meanwhile, Planas and his father continue to sell Chryslers off their lot, noting good sales in May despite the bad news for their business. Jeff Yasteen, Nightly Business Report.